Right, JLS. It's about time I blog something. I ain't really been on this blogging thing as much. Did the South East London series that got such a reaction. I'm blown by that because all I was doing is talking from the top of my head, from my heart. As you can probably tell, nothing was rehearsed. Second one, got my wife in there to do the debating on everything as well, and that got a lot of views. So one love for all of that shit. I sound a bit sick, like I got swine flu or something right now. Probably have, who knows, but regardless, I just saw this on the News of the World and I was just thinking, like, it's so predictable, isn't it? You get JLS, you get them to a #1, an all black band, and then they go and do this.
Technically it's not all black.
Now the argument is like, I don't know, are they going to black clubs to see black women? But come on, this is what you choose. This is what you're choosing to represent yourself and say, this is you. She looks like a dude. It's not even like it's adulting or anything. And what are you saying to black girls like that? They're not worth it. I don't know. I'm going to get a lot of bullshit and thumbs down and silly ratings and all that shit for saying this. But it's like, as a black person, you can't talk about things as you see them anymore because you're a racist. And I was always taught black people can't be racism because we ain't got enough power to be racist. We only got Obama like fucking last year. Beginning of this year he was inaugurated. So we still ain't got the power that you don't think we got. But the same token, what type of message does this send? Like, I mean, one of them looks like a fuss anyway, so I think that's the story waiting to happen. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's true or not, that's just my opinion. And you can figure out who, because I ain't even trying to shit on them. I'm so happy that a black band have gone to #1. Tinchy Strider's going to #1, Chipmunk's getting #3. I love to see this shit. I love to. But when you go to the News of the World website and you see this, and as a black person, and maybe it's a black girl as well, what type of message is it sending? Like, it sends that, like, yeah, we're from the ends, and that's how they was portraying it. No one was trying to come off with no fuck shit. That's all childish. Anyone chatting that shit is childish. You ain't gotta be fucked to be hard. That's nothing. Regardless, they weren't portraying that. No one saw them as that. But the moment you got large, this is what you chose. Out of all the black girls out there, this is what you chose. I don't know, man. As a role model for the black community, you really got to take things into consideration. They saying what? They met at the Mayfair Club or something? Right. How many black girls could have got into the Mayfair Club? Why couldn't they go to, like, I don't know, SW1 ain't even around no more. What's that thing? Ministry. There's a whole heap of things they could have gone to, found something and sent such a positive message. But then they chose this. And look at that. She's thinking money bags. Straight away. She's thinking money. That's it. I'm just saying, it's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. JLS, you got up your game, man. At least one of you bring a black girl. And if you have got it, big up. I'm not saying you can't go with a white girl, but if you're in the spotlight, it's like the footballers as well, man. Choose black just once. Let them sit in the media just once. That if you're black and you're famous and you're British, you can have a black woman. Ian Wright did it. Look how much respect he's got in the white community and the black community and the Asian community. You can do it. I don't see them getting famous and taking our girls. And our girls, to me, are the most beautiful girls out there. And I'm not saying that you can't go out of a white girl. That's the last thing I'm saying. But I'm saying, when you got that position of power, when you got that spotlight, you got to make certain choices, like. And you holding it up like that's your thing. What message is that sending? Peace. As a black woman, what do you think of this?
Well, to be honest, it doesn't actually say that he's dating her. It's got one quote, she's a sweet girl. It doesn't actually say that he's in a committed long-term relationship. Just that it might just mean that he just met her along the street. Regardless, it's a post photo. She looks like she works in one of those clubs by what she's dressed like. You don't know what ethnic origin she's from. You don't know what he's grown up with and what he thinks is a role model is what he perceives as pretty. He might have watched Baywatch all of his life and other things and hanged out with people where they've got white partners. So you don't know exactly where he's coming from in his situation. Now, if he wants to date any ethnic origin, I think that's great, because at the same time he didn't say I'm a sponsor of the black community. I think this is how we should act. He's never said that. We don't know what he does behind closed doors. Do we even want him as an ambassador anyway? So I say if he wants to go there and he maybe doesn't find black women attractive, or the women that he's met attractive that might be black, might be few and far between, then, you know, you can't really ask him to look out of that spectrum. in addition, the bands that he's actually in, some of them are mixed. So they've obviously got white parents and black parents, or whichever the mix is. And obviously, not both parents might be around. His one might be alone. He might not see his relatives as in that way at all, for him to think, oh, you know, a black person would be somebody I would be suited for. So there's lots of things that might have gone on in his head to not think that way. I mean, if you
but then at the same token, they're from Croydon. Croydon, when I grew up, was a predominantly white area. Go to Croydon now. Croydon is no longer a predominantly white area. I'm 3-0. I'm assuming he's in his 20s something. I know I've got years on him. And all that could be his lifestyle. But all I'm saying is, if we get into a position of power, we got power's responsibility, innit? You have to take certain responsibility. Do what you're doing.
Bank.
And look how he's mocked. He's mocked by every culture.
Yeah, but he didn't necessarily choose to go black on black way either.
Exactly, he didn't, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. All I'm saying is that's all you ever see.
Like Bruno.
Exactly. Why can't we just see one black star take a black woman? That's all I'm saying.
Maybe they start finding attractive.
What is wrong? But how can you not? Because then I could turn around and Google up some of the most beautiful women and black women in the world, and you couldn't not say they're attractive.
Well, obviously it's actually speaks louder than words. If you see a bunch of footballers, if you see a bunch of people in the music industry, and they're all with white people, even a black little girl probably think, okay, I might not be attracted because this is all they're going for.
Exactly, and I've got a daughter. So then when I look at these things, I look at it from both levels. And that's why my problem is, it's not that he met her, it's just that he met her at the Mayfair Club. I've seen the Mayfair Club, I've been to the Mayfair Club. That's a very exclusive club where you chose to go to.
Vendome.
Oh, Venadome then, whatever. See, I've never even heard of that. So that I couldn't even get in there. So you're going to places where you can say, yeah, alright, if you go to the hood, you might get robbed. And then that's our fault. We got to take responsibility for him feeling intimidated by his own people. That's our responsibility. We got to take that on the chin. But at the same token, I would just love one black person that gets famous to just take a black woman and send that message.
Maybe they don't want them. Maybe it works both ways. Maybe a black woman sees this person, this autist, doesn't find him attractive. So maybe it works both ways. If he doesn't find them attractive, maybe it works the way that they don't find him attractive. And you know, maybe they're maybe studying their books rather than going to clubs and not wearing much clothes. Maybe they're on a different tip. You don't know.
I don't know. Well, true. Maybe the case is that black women are just looking for these frog cats. Maybe that is these street lot, and that's what it is. But at the same token, that's not positive, really. Because there's a lot of black people out there. I came from a street background. I did a lot of things with my life and I turned it around, but it's not even about me, so I'm not even bringing me into the equation. There's a lot of black people that have gone college, gone uni, and they're getting their black women, they're getting success, but the thing is, you don't see them in the media. All I'm talking about is in the media.
Barack Obama was one of the only ones that has actually come to the forefront.
Michael Jordan.
He just cheated on his wife.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Cheated on his wife.
There's lots of them. See, I'll have to think about it, and that's what saddens me.
You have to think about the woman that took the basketball player you just mentioned, Jordan, to court to say, look, I've got a child from you, and this is a white woman. He cheated with.
She's lying.
Yeah, but he actually had to go to court for it, so there was some truth in what she's saying. So if you're going to be with a black woman, you still need to treat her right. You can't say
absolutely. You
can't just go with them and then make do and then say, okay, well, I'll have a sideline hoe on the side, because we don't want that either. Absolutely,
but all I'm saying.
So if you are going to go to that preference, go wholeheartedly. Just like if you're going to go to the other preference where you're going to be on the DL, we don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
that's it.
True. I don't know, man. In my opinion, it's just a bit like, oh, God.
Back in the days, I used to think like that. I used to think, oh, why are they always doing that? Why are they never going with black women? But then I was thinking, it's just, you know, it kind of
live your life. I'm saying that because at the same token, I've got mixed race family. I've got white people that have married into my family. I'm not racist. I'm not saying nothing about. I'm just saying, as a young role model, what message are you sending to your fans? And that was what the question about JLS is. I don't even know this dude's name. What's it? Ortiz Williams. Like, come on, man. And if you are gonna go there, like, come on. that.
What, step up with a Daniel Lloyd? Because she's been a footballer's bike for ages.
I don't know, man. There's black girls out there that are just not getting. I don't know, man. I don't know.